Alright, so yesterday I gave you guys the ruler, alright, a piece of paper that looks like that. I gave you guys a ruler, and I said save it because we're going to use it for the whole week. Alright, today we're going to measure. So this is what you guys have. One side has inches, one side has centimeters. And we talked about the sides yesterday, but today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be measuring. Let me change this. What we're going to be given is something like this. Measure the following line segment in inches and centimeters. So both measure. So the way we do this, the way we use a ruler, like yesterday we were looking at how to read it, the way we use it, let me do inches first. So on the side that has inches, I'm going to line it up with the 0 at the very beginning. And I notice that the big numbers is how many inches so far. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches, and a little bit more. So the little bit more, I write it as a fraction. I count how many spaces, how many little lines it went, and in my case, I count 6. And yesterday we talked about that in between each inch, there's 16 little spaces, so that's why I wrote 6 over 16. Because there's 16 little pieces. Between the big number and between the 8 and the 9, there's 16 spaces, and I counted 6 of them, so that's why I wrote 6 over 16. I know some of you guys know how to simplify fractions. If you simplify, go ahead. If you don't simplify, I'll be okay. 6 over 16, I'll be okay. If you know how to simplify, if you simplify, it's fine as well. So that's how we do it, right? 8 and a little bit. Let me take the inches away. Let me look at the centimeters. So obviously I will turn my ruler to the centimeters. Once again, line up the 0 at the beginning of the line segment. And I notice it goes to 21 and a little bit more. I count how many spaces. In this case, I count 3. So I'm going to put 21 and 3 over 10. Remember, inches is over 16. Centimeters is over 10. Because there's only 10 spaces. So that was that. Then I can have another line segment. Let me put the ruler with the inches. I can tell this 5 and something, right? 5 and a little bit more. So I count a little bit more. In my case, I count 11 spaces. So I'm going to write 5 and 11, 16. If I look at centimeters, I line up the centimeters, and I notice it goes 14 and a little bit more. My case, I count 5 little lines, so I go 14 and 5 over 10. Last example, my inches, I notice this goes 8 and a little bit more, so I count how many spaces, and I counted 8 and 13, 16. Once again, don't forget the inches is over 16 inches. When it comes to centimeters, I'm looking at here, I look at 22 and a little bit more. My case is 4 over 10. Right? Centimeters is over 10. Any questions on how to use the rule? All right, let me pass out the worksheet. That way you guys can measure your own.